This video is an introduction to PackworldUSA's touchscreen user interface to help familiarize users with the layout and various menus. The screen shown here is the standby screen and currently shows the emergency stop is engaged. A start button appears once the e-stop is disengaged. You will notice the software version at the bottom center of the screen. The serial number of the machine is displayed at the lower right-hand corner in software version 6.5 and above. A serial plate is also attached to all Packworld machines. After pressing the Start button, user and password login credentials must be entered if security is enabled on the machine. Packworld machines are delivered with a default user A and password A. Both are capitalized. This user can be modified and deleted. Contact PackworldUSA if you are ever accidentally locked out of a machine. When security is not enabled, pressing the Start button will directly navigate to the home screen shown here. Machine status is located in the upper left corner. This will indicate if the machine is ready, not ready, or if an alarm is present. We can quickly demonstrate an alarm by changing the calibration settings. Once we navigate back to the home screen, an alarm is now displayed in the upper left portion of the screen. Touching the alarm will display the specific alarm. Pressing the Diagnose button will display abbreviated diagnostics. Software version 6.5 and above also include a QR code which will navigate to a detailed fault guide with step-by-step instructions to correct the condition. The QR code can be scanned by a device such as a smartphone or tablet. In this particular case, we can correct the condition by selecting the proper band material and power cycling the heat seal controller by pressing a reset button. Once we navigate back to the home screen, you will notice the alarm is no longer displayed and the status shows ready, meaning the machine is ready to make heat seals. Below the machine status is the seal count. The seal count can be reset by touching here and pressing the Reset Counts button. A lot code can be toggled on or off for the display on the home screen in the Data Log submenu. The lot code can manually be inputted through the on-screen keyboard or scanned in with a barcode reader. This lot code is recorded on the trend data if data logging is enabled. The Start Cycle button shown here is usually not enabled from our factory, but it can be if needed. It replaces the need for the typical foot pedal start signal. This vac button enables or disables the vacuum purge function of a vacuum purge capable machine. Pressing the button extends the nozzle or nozzles and reconfigures the right side of the home screen to include a vacuum parameter. A pause button is new for software version 6.5 and above. This coincides with the calibration select button next to the menu button. The calibration select feature is useful for frequent seal bar or heat seal platen changes and negates the need to calibrate for each tooling change. This feature is not enabled from the factory for most machines but can be if needed. Further details of this feature will be explained in a separate video. The recipe button in the lower left corner of the screen is used to quickly select pre-made sealing parameter sets. These parameter sets can also include vacuum and purge processes if the machine is properly equipped. If a vacuum purge recipe is selected, the vacuum purge function must be enabled by pressing the VAC button. The machine status will change from not ready to ready after the VAC button is pressed. Once a recipe is selected, it is displayed along the bottom of the screen. The right-hand side of the user interface shows the process parameter information. The left column is the set values and the right column show the live or actual values. We can demonstrate the live values by pressing the foot pedal or Start Cycle button. Temp will flash red until the actual value is below 60 degrees Celsius. A graphical representation of the parameters is displayed on the screen. The wide red bar represents the live temperature reading. The narrow dark red bar is the independent thermocouple reading. A blue bar represents the cooling parameter setting, with the top of the bar at the seal temperature and the bottom of the bar at the cooling parameter. When we cycle the machine, you will notice the thermocouple lagging behind the live temperature reading, as thermocouples read slower than the machine's heat seal controller. The menu button allows navigation to various submenus including Calibrate, Alarms, Recipes, Validation, Settings, Cycles, Input, Output Status, Data Log, HMI System, Security, About, and Language. Navigating back to the home screen can be achieved by selecting the Home button at the bottom left or top left of the screen.